I wanted to talk about Intel, Motorola and Intel specifically. So I think moving into 2000, let's say this time last year, 2025, Motorola seemingly dead in the waters, right? I haven't used a Motorola phone in 10 years, right? And Intel, this time last year, Intel was dead in the waters, right? Everybody, I'm sure, like you, well, I'm not everybody, but a lot of people moved to AMD maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago. And I've been using AMD processors for my mini PCs, for my laptops. They were all AMD, right? Ryzen 7 CPUs. And I would just stick to that because traditionally in the past, Intel would be a little more expensive, and plus you got a little better performance boost with AMD, right? Specifically their integrated GPUs. Well, at CES this year that just ended, it appears Intel is not dead because talk of the town at CES in Las Vegas, the big electronics convention, was Intel in their brand new Ultra 3rd generation CPUs. I took a chance on Intel. HP sent me this computer. It's the HP OmniBook Ultra Flip laptop. Now, this has the Intel Ultra 7 second generation CPU. So, you know how they used to be Intel Core 3, Core 5, Core 7? Well, I guess technically 3 years ago, they switched to an Ultra branding. And the first generation got pretty good reviews. And I thought the HP was going to send me this. And they were like, well, I didn't know what CPU, beggars can't be choosers, right? So I was like, sure, so send me it. Well, I got it, and this had the Intel Ultra 7 second generation. I was like, okay, we'll give it a try. Wow, this thing has been really, really good CPU, long battery life. I loved it, right? And now they come out with their 3rd generation Ultra CPUs. Now, this is the talk of the town. So Intel is and AMD are trying to take on ARM chipsets. And Intel, with this new 3rd generation CPUs that they're releasing, is on a brand new manufacturing process. You're supposed to get enormous performance boosts out of these CPUs, and they actually perform better than AMD's competitive CPUs. So Intel is back, make no doubt about it. So I can't wait to get my hands on one of these Ultra 3rd generation CPUs. They look phenomenal. I've looked at the specs and they're blowing me away. So they're trying to take on, because Snapdragon just released their X2 CPUs, their laptop CPUs, right? X Elite, their 2nd generation is out. Well, it looks like Intel has got something with these 3rd generation Ultra CPUs. So the first laptops you can buy with the new Ultra CPUs, 3rd generation, I think is next week. So keep your eyes peeled if you're in the market. Intel's back and Motorola is back. Motorola is they're kind of refreshing their phones. So they're taking a new approach. It's going to compete against all the flagships, the OnePlus 15, the S26 Ultra. It's going to have top-notch specs. It's going to have the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 CPU. It's going to have 16 gigs of RAM. They have brand new camera sensors in there, really good camera sensors. It's going to have a flagship feeling, look and feel. But that wasn't the most important part. So at CES as well, Motorola announced that they're going to stay up to date with security patches, security updates, software updates. And all flagship phones moving forward are going to be receiving 7 years of Android software updates and monthly security patches. So make no mistake about it, Motorola is back. So I'm in my 40s, right? If you're 35 to, let's just say 35 and older, you used a Motorola phone. I guarantee you did. Because I remember my very first phone was a Motorola StarTAC. Do y'all remember those? It was a flip phone. It was a flip phone back in the day. Motorola StarTAC. And that's not the only Motorola I've had. They were leading the mobile device manufacturer back in the 90s, right? So Motorola used to have a stronghold on the market. I think they got sold to Google. Google sold Motorola to Lenovo. And just somewhere in between there, they kind of lost their edge. They lost their desirability, because I have not desired, again, to get a Motorola smartphone, but simply because of the lack in support of software updates. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly why that is important, right? Check this out. So here you go. Android's January 2026 update patches a critical Dolby Atmos Dolby Audio decoder vulnerability Google's latest Android security patch addresses the critical Dolby audio decoder vulnerability originally discovered in October. The issue was initially resolved in December for Pixel devices and is now available for other devices. So, perfect example of why Pixel is a fantastic device to have and why it's widely considered as the safest mobile device, yes, even safer than iPhone, to use. And that's why it's imperative for companies like Samsung and OnePlus to get this code, this update, and then they throw what they need to in there and then issue it to their devices. So please be on the lookout for your January security patch, because it's fixing this critical bug that can allow for your device to be attacked. Basically, they can get into your phone and do whatever they want, essentially, right? So that's why it's imperative for Motorola to do these things. And again, I was told yesterday that they're going to keep their word, that from now on they will be sending monthly security patch updates with 7 years of software updates, and that's music to my ears. So very excited to hear that.